Ladies and gentlemen, and we back.
We
And
back,
we back.
once again.
To
back
what?
To the VP and J show.
Yes, sir.
We're back at it.
We never left. It was just a bathroom break.
Yeah, I mean that's what it seems like for a couple of days. But yeah, we back.
Hey, it seemed like that's how quick we came back, Pedro.
Even in this crappy weather, 'cause it's been raining all week. We still gotta pull through, slide through.
Man, we got a lot to talk about in this episode.
There's been a lot going on this whole week.
Other than the rain, and it's gonna continue raining for the 4th of July weekend.
Shout outs to the shed. You know what I'm saying, to the studio that we've been working hard to put together.
Yes, sir.
We would have been outside in that humidity right now.
And this weather breeds mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Weather breeds mosquitoes.
We don't even know what's going on out there right now.
Thank God for this.
For sure.
And all of us, in our time.
Not even a lot of sweat going on over here.
Yeah, surprising on Jay.
Well, I mean, we got the AC is pointing directly at him, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta say all that, but fine. That's
No,
fine.
I mean, that's cool.
Pero que la verdad, entonces te va a hacer.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true.
Oh.
That's true.
No.
The seating arrangement were strategically assigned this way so Jake could, para que pase menos trabajo.
Get his,
I'm
get,
like
get his
a-
fresh on.
I'm like a polar bear.
Yeah.
And man,
Get
I'm
his
like
fresh on.
I'm like people that fucking buy a husky dog, like here in Miami, like they're not built for it, but we maintain.
Yeah, survive.
But this whole week, I would say like the biggest thing that's going on, at least like from my point of view, from what I see is, the NBA finals is over, obviously, and like as soon as it's done, NBA free agency is like on point, like on peak.
Yeah.
So it's going on everywhere. Like everybody's signing here, everybody's signing there. Like I mean, except for Miami, but that doesn't matter. But
Man,
There's a lot of moving parts out there, man.
just hope all this movement for Miami. I ain't worrying about nobody else.
I mean, you have to because watch what the other teams are doing. So let me ask you, P, what do you think is the biggest move that's happened so far? Either trade or free agent signs?
I mean, the biggest hit for me was that whole Dame Lillard. I think they kind of did him kind of wrong just for the simple fact that, he was hurt. You're still going to drag that bread.
Right.
Obviously, it's a business move because they're not going to – it's not going to count against them at some point, obviously, some way, somehow, whatever. But outside of that, to be honest, no move in particular caught my attention.
Not Kevin Durant?
Nah. What's really caught my attention the most how they have dismantled that Boston team.
Oh, I was gonna get there to say something.
Yeah. Boston is like you look at it, it's like how
Right now,
what route y'all taking?
I'll tell you this right quick. Right now, Miami Heat versus Boston.
Right now? I mean, without Tatum, I would take Miami.
Right now.
Yeah, Miami will give them a run for their money. I mean, they still got a solid little bench though, but and they they've been playing together for a little bit now, but
Yeah.
I don't like what they're doing over there.
They got
No more
White.
Porzingis. No, they have White. No more Porzingis.
Oh, and no Hartford.
No
No,
more Horford. They didn't re-sign him.
No.
He was a free agent.
And this other cat is gone too, Holiday.
Yeah,
Drew
yeah.
Holiday. Yeah.
So that's the big three dogs. So that team is not the same, my people. Trust.
I wouldn't say they're the big three dogs. I would say the big dogs actually still there. Like what's left?
Well, only two.
Jaylen Brown and Devin White. I would say those are the two biggest dogs left. Not Porzingis, because Porzingis, like even last year, he was. That's the thing. He had some sort of sickness that even they said like we don't know what's wrong with him, and he couldn't play.
Yeah, I mean he's a contributor to that team. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. He has the height, very finesse player for a center, but. Yeah, I mean they still got the core there, man. With Brown and Tatum, that's you could build something around those.
So let me ask you a question. Obviously, you have Milwaukee. What happened with Dame Lillard? He's gone. I would say he's out. What the hell? Halliburger, Hamburger, whatever.
He's
out for the year. Jason Tatum out for the year. The East kind of up for grabs.
That's what I'm saying. The Heat, bro, I'm telling you.
Not really.
You gotta
No, they're not better than Cleveland.
No, I'm.
What you mean? And then this guy got traded from Cleveland? Nah, it might have been the room.
No,
Nah, if anything, they picked up Lonzo Ball. That's about it.
they did lose a player, but it's not one of their
Core.
core guy. But the Knicks, man, I think the Knicks, if the Knicks don't take advantage of what's going on in the East this year,
Their bench got a little bit better with I forget that dude from Utah.
yeah,
Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah,
Jordan Clarkson.
he's solid.
He's solid. He's solid. He's solid. Their
He
coach,
could easily start on that
their
team.
coach. The one thing about their coaches, I'm like, oh, you're picking up another Tom Thibodeau. Is what I'm seeing.
I seen the New York fans.
I mean, he's a defensive-minded coach. He likes to play his players. But I've heard that last few years he's learned the offense. He's changed his game. So,
Mike
I'll give him
Brown.
Mike Brown.
But I seen New York Knicks fans. They were like, "Yo, what the heck they did with this coach?"
But the other thing, who would you sign beyond that? Like, if you're not signing a big name, you're gonna sign someone who's like an underrated assistant coach that people are gonna be like, who's this? Who's that? You know what I mean? So
And they signed him already or not? They haven't
Yeah,
signed
they
him.
signed him.
They signed him.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
That was like 2 days ago. Before
No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Oh.
Vamos a ver qué es lo que es, pero no es another thing boiling right now. Bubbling, boiling the hot water.
Right.
It's that Diddy joint, man. It's back. But for me, before I get into it like that, you know what I mean? I know some of you guys probably heard out there that, I don't know if you guys heard about him that they dropped 2 of his more serious charges. Now he only been charged for 2 of the, lower grade. He still could get, if
Right,
he do
right.
get convicted, he get like about 10, 15. But for what I looking and breaking it down and all this, I was listening this morning. That man probably
like-
gonna slip out of there with baby.
Yeah, they showed a picture.
He
of the-
probably not even do a year.
Nah.
Yeah, they showed a picture of the person that like draws the people and the stuff because they didn't have any cameras there.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the verdict was read, he fell to his knees onto the chair and was praying. So things came out good for him. But like for me,
Yeah.
as soon as I heard like a week before that they were dropping 2 of the charges, I'm like, oh, this man is he's gonna come out lovely. Like
Yeah,
for
he gonna
what's
be all
going
right,
on.
man.
And then out of the 3 charges, or 3 or 4, whatever it was, he only got convicted for 1, which is the prostitution, which is, I mean, I don't know it like that, but I don't think it's that big of a thing.
Allegedly, for what I heard this morning, I'm gonna see if I can say it. Remember, I've been drinking, having my little sippity sip, But yeah, it was instead of 1 charge, he got convicted for 2, and it was he's not convicted for sex trafficking, but he's getting convicted for
Prostitution.
prostitution, but planning to like put together the people to go and have the sex, the
Right.
orgies. So if you really think about it, it's almost like
Well, but here's the thing, though.
I
Are you
don't
sure
know.
about that? Like, what charge is that? Because let's say, for example,
I don't know.
Let's say, for example, right? Let's say I throw a party and I bring people together at my house. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't know what's going on. Like, you can't say like, oh, we're charging you with like putting together a sex party. That's not illegal
Right.
unless you're paying for it. But that part is not illegal. So like,
I'm having a party at my house. Whoever came, whatever happened, and this is So he'll brush all that shit off, man. Like, he gonna brush all that shit off.
But I know that Cassie, his ex, she's feeling that shit. She was like, you cannot put that man on bail. You cannot let him out. It's messed up. Everything I tested to was for nothing. But like, well, you stayed, and like you got paid $30 million, and like you continue to stay and be part of the thing. So like,
no, and not only that, then how can you be staying like you said, and then it's all these text messages that so-called she was the one, allegedly, whatever. She was the one, planning and the orgies, and what I even did knowing. So it's like, damn. What's
Yeah,
going
nah.
on?
She know what time it is.
right.
She know what time it is.
Look, all I'll say was this: for anybody,
Yeah, I could see what time it is. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
living
she
in-
know what time it is.
They know what I
she
mean,
gotta
then-
stop acting crazy.
No, pero, manín, ahora, if you think about it, all the things like what Jay said, de que, no, que como esto, que no quiere que ese tigre salga.
Right.
My bad, for the listeners that don't understand, y'all better get it together. Pero para los tigres míos, tú supiste. Pero nada, ahora viene que this being flipped. Oh, she got slapped, le dieron los chelitos. Manita, tú sabes que él va a salir, vamos a tirar esto para afuera. Como si, mire, era yo que lo planeaba, no era él. Le están bajando los cargos a él del otro
Right.
lado, porque
Look.
era él.
if anybody should be
¿Me
worried,
entiendes? Le está llegando.
Yeah.
if anybody should be worried, is her current husband, the one that when they got together, she still left him to go back to Diddy. They come back now. They have kids. Now I'll be like, damn, I did and all this, and like
Yeah,
now he's
nah.
free again. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
Hell
It's wild,
no.
it's wild. But look, I'll tell you one thing. Look, I don't know anything about like stocks and bonds, but I will say this: invest in Johnson and Johnson because that man's coming out, and that brand is gonna be bought like a
them
motherfucker.
them stocks gonna come right back up.
Hey, you saying it like that, you're gonna rhyme. It might be, hey,
You gotta
I'm
look
saying,
into it.
watch that. Watch,
You know?
watch that be a little thing.
Right,
They
right.
gonna be.
Yeah, you gotta look into
Van a
it.
estar comprando su baby oil bottle tú.
You know what? I'm sure in jail, R. Kelly's like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What the hell? You couldn't do that shit for me?
I mean, Kel is out there though, so he's good now. But he did his time. He rode out for a little minute.
Well, remember, I don't know if you
He
heard.
out?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, he's not out. He's not out.
No, they said they were gonna let him out.
No,
He was
no, what
almost
happened-
coming out,
look,
but
what
no,
happened was, like-
no.
Like a week and a half ago,
Uh-huh.
he supposedly he was poisoned
Oh.
and like almost lost his life. And his lawyer was trying to be like, oh, he needs to be left free because someone's trying to kill him by poisoning himself. And it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Okay, really?
That's-
That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Damn.
What's going on?
That's, hey.
Hey, but look, you can't blame him. You
Can't,
can't blame
no,
him. Hey,
you
you do
can't.
what you gotta do.
I mean-
I would tell my lawyer, hey, you better try to take me out for anything, nigga. Take me
Yeah.
out for whatever it is.
I gotta
mean,
get out of
if
here.
it's true, también, you know, it's like, damn. God forbid, you know, might as well take that man out of there or put him in
Yeah.
some other, you know,
Well, some confinement or
some
something.
other place there. You know what I mean? Get him away from there.
The part I hate the most are the hardcore fans. I was talking to P before we started the thing. It was like when they found out about like the verdict. What happened?
What,
Go
Diddy?
laugh, go ahead.
Diddy?
Yeah, Diddy.
Nah, I'm going back to R. Kelly.
Okay, go ahead. No, then
You know,
say-
gonna be
say-
some jail cell right around there. They'd be like, they wish they had R. Kelly singing in the
Singing to the inmates.
singing to the inmate out there. We believe we can fly.
That nigga's gonna put out
And
coming
the
up.
other one, they wanted to kill the nigga, poison nigga. You know,
Yeah.
in some other jail, they would wish they had that nigga over there.
That nigga's gonna
Perform.
put
They
out.
said that he could
Free
ball.
concert.
Let's see.
That nigga's gonna put out coming out of the closet part 1 through 50.
Oh shit.
No, but I was telling P earlier, like before we started the thing, I was like, the crazy part is after they read the verdict of Diddy,
Mm-hmm.
he had all these fans outside that as soon as like they found out that he was gonna be left free,
they would throw
they were
baby oil.
throwing out baby oil, and I was like, bro,
Yeah.
like that man don't
I
care
took-
about you. Like, what are you doing? You have a job? Like, what are you doing? Like,
That's why they be, you know, tagged and talked about, and
Yeah.
because man, there's some things that is like, what is it for? Like, what are you doing?
like there's so much more serious, hardcore shit going on in life that that we know that like for you to be there, like your whole concern is free Diddy. Like honestly.
and
Really?
and spraying baby oil.
Really, like we have people right now out here in Florida that are being locked up in a place called like Alligator. What's it? Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, man.
Alcatraz, yeah.
And it's like, dog,
Alligator
like
Alcatraz.
you're there worrying about the freedom of a guy that you know is a terrible human being, and instead of like worrying about people's human rights,
Facts.
you're worried about that shit.
Facts. Big facts. Thank you, Jay.
Right?
Some people just, you know, they get caught with the hot take. You know what I'm saying? They get hot with whatever's hot, man, and
Nah, but
it's very unfortunate.
Nah, but unfortunately, it is more like you saying, P, is they made the wrong thing hot.
We
Nah,
actually
Right,
no,
we-
no,
yeah,
we make
yeah,
the wrong thing
yeah,
hot.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
people.
yeah,
If
we-
people
we-
like
we
put in the
are-
news what's hot,
We.
Right.
and we are the people.
That's
That's
right.
the thing.
It's us.
Yep.
You know, although everybody hears it, I'm gonna say not everybody, but the majority of the people hear it. Not everybody that hears it gonna go out there. You know, people just probably follow it, scrolling through their phones on the social
Right.
medias, the platforms, and that's it. You know, but not to go outside and be out there, baby.
Right.
That's a little bit above and
But
beyond.
you know why that is, right? We are conditioned to be that way. And let me tell you why. Like growing up, in our school system, we are raised that all we learn is the United States. The United States is everything. We are God's chosen people and all that stuff. The only thing that matters is the United States. Everything else is secondary or thirdary, whatever it is. So
Yeah.
when we go out into the real world, like people, you can ask people like, "Hey, who's the prime minister of England? Who's the prime minister of Australia?" No one knows shit from over here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's the same thing. We are conditioned to be like, if it doesn't concern us, we don't care about it, and it trickles down into that. So
Right.
like, unless you know someone that's been affected and that's someone that's been deported, grabbed by ICE, stuff like that, most of the people, I think, are not gonna really like worry about it for the most part.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad. Hey, V, that little trip, man, that you was out there, man. I saw the images, man. Nice pictures, nice.
I saw like World War II.
No, yeah. Then it got to that. Talk to us, man. What's up?
Yeah,
Well, first of all, how was the wedding, just in general?
it was good. It was good. It was. We had
So they
fun
did get
with
married.
family.
No one tried to break it up, anything like that.
Nah,
Yo
no
me
wedding
pongo,
crash.
nothing like that.
Yeah.
No wedding.
Yo me pongo.
We thought it was, someone would have probably show up and probably would have stand up and say, yeah.
I would have been like breaking neck the whole time. Like, who's coming? Who's coming?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was, all the family was there for what I seen, and I met a lot of them more that I didn't know. But it was a lot of fun, No cackalack. Fun, funny,
How was the weather out there?
It was good. The first 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then just the last day
Yeah.
it was a little cloudy and raining and stuff.
But I know you met the father of the groom, and I know that man is special.
Yeah, man, pretty man. That man's funny,
No, how do you
My
not
friend,
funny? He's like
good man, and well, the history that
yeah,
he got a bunker.
He has a whole bunker. Like,
He got a whole bunker in the house. He got a
like when
beautiful
we say
house.
bunker, like we're literally talking. We're literally talking
Yeah.
about like the
Military.
back of the house. We have a whole thing set up, like in case like you drop an atomic bomb, just go into the bunker.
That boy
Yeah,
crazy.
he ready. He got a whole full bar, and then he got other rooms and stuff with everything from condoms all the way to weapons.
It
I
was
know
crazy.
From the minute-
condoms from like 1950.
44.
Sorry, my bad.
1944. That's what I didn't think condom was made. They were using condom back then.
Well,
Nah, I
I'm not
don't
gonna lie
think
to you. I don't know the
I
history
thought
of
it was
condoms.
like in the seven. Not here. They were like in the 80s.
I don't know.
Hey.
No, it has to be. I don't know when condoms started.
Well, now you know. 'Cause
Well,
he had the
to this
old ass
day-
facts.
to this day-
Damn, I forgot to ask him
You know what?
about
To this
that.
day, I still don't know anything about condoms.
You
No,
feel me?
Jay.
Nah, but it was. You gonna look it up? Go ahead, search it.
No,
up.
I'm not gonna search it up. I'm just
Might
saying.
as well.
I'm just saying.
I'm doing it now.
But yeah, going back to the crib, nice bunker, and
Yeah.
the man really had everything from the shoes, the socks, the canteen, the this, that, the bullets, the.
No, he like I saw a video that V showed me. He's like V grabbed like a long a cylinder thing. He's like, what is this? Like, oh, it's a whole cannon. He's like, it's a replica. I'm like, no, it's a real thing. I'm like, what? Like Village, like he got like
Yeah, I
he's
saw
shook.
that.
He's like,
Saw
no,
that.
but it's empty. It's empty. And I told V, I was like, bro, if that thing was still active, I would have left that place, driven back to Miami, and like, no, you can't be here no more.
I mean, just drop everything and go.
1855.
Condom
Yeah.
was made. Oh Lord,
The first
I think
rubber
they were made out of
condom were
sheepskin
produced,
or
yeah.
something
And
like that.
They were first produced in London.
my bad, people. I didn't know about that. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I don't think
Well,
anybody
see,
was using them back
you
then.
know-
Yeah,
because
no,
back
everyone
then-
used it. Everybody had 10, 12, 15 kids. yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
And A's and all that shit back.
No,
in
there
the
was
day.
none of that. There was none of that back then.
¿Cómo que no?
All that started like in
No,
the
but-
70s. Like,
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I thought condom was made in the 80s.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? No, he was still would have been here.
For sure.
Rest in peace. But yeah, man, it was cool, man. And I remember that the groom came out. He brought a military helmet, and he poured like 2 beers in it, and he was passing it around, giving it to the guys. Here, take a shot, take a sip, take a sip. I took a sip out of the helmet or the military.
He felt pressure. It's like,
Yeah.
you gonna kill me.
I was like, man, I should have been the first one, not at least the third one.
Yeah.
Not like I'm family. I'm family.
Nah, we just joke. Nah, but it was cool, in a full bar. You know what it is? He got a beautiful house, living in the suburb. Like, that's enough saying, but beautiful house. And then you go downstairs, like your basement, and you got a nice, basically bunker that you got stuff and you ready to, if anything bad happens. And really, he is ready if anything bad happens. Plus, he really can close the door, a big door, and then all you can see is like a lounge area. You know how you call it, throwing darts on
The darts, yeah.
Yeah, throwing darts, and he got a full bar. He got games. He got
All right.
domino. So he's a vibing area. But then if it's time to go to war, we go
Right,
back.
okay,
Go,
okay.
and
Real-
everybody suit up. You know
Real
what
quick
I mean?
on the happen. Okay, he's got a full bar. Great.
In the backyard, it's beautiful. It's big.
He's got condoms from 1944. All right, cool. He's got weapons. Is there any food to survive? That's all I want to know. Is there any ration?
I mean, he said canteen and stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Because you're going to survive so long off liquor.
I mean, nowadays.
Right,
you get,
right. He got to have something stashed.
Yeah, he got to have some. But nowadays, you can buy them
So he don't have it. You don't have it.
those food. Nah, I didn't know.
So
We can get to that.
It's
We
like
can
a
get to that.
museum. It's like a museum.
Yeah, he was showing us quick, like it was a museum and stuff. But it was pretty dope. have fun.
Something different for sure.
Yeah, the kids have
You know,
fun.
weddings are always fun. Like,
Yeah.
as long as it's not mine. Weddings are always fun.
I mean, you should at least have one.
I mean,
One day.
I'm sure I'll have one.
También.
Like,
One day.
One day.
like a Vegas wedding or some shit like that.
No, espérate, para mí.
I'm there one day.
Vamos a darle. Vamos a hacer algo como I just seen.
Yeah,
I haven't been
but-
to that many. I've only been to like 2. One for my
I'm planning
sister,
something now.
and one for my friend. It was a destination wedding in Canada. But I'll get into that another time.
Mm-hmm.
How that went? How that went?
How that went?
Yeah,
Bro,
how that went?
listen. The funny thing about that was I went with my homegirl I was close with, and it was her friend's wedding, like close friend. And like she was marrying a dude that lives over there in Montreal, and he's like the vice president of some like weed company. So he's like high, like he's high up there,
Yeah.
high up there. You know what I'm saying? Like just high.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, she had to be there early, and she trusted my friend to bring her son up there. Now, obviously, as her son, important, but even more important is because he was going to be the one to walk her down the aisle. So now I'm with my friend. Now we're in charge of this kid, and it's like you got to get him up there. And to tell you that that thing was a whole mission. From the airport, we almost didn't make the flight because my homegirl lost her phone. And like we're there, they're calling our aisle and all that stuff. She's like, "Where's my phone?" She went back to like Starbucks, stuff like that. Just to realize she left it there in the front with the people. Make it on there. Fly up there to Montreal. I don't remember how many hours it was. By the time we got there, it was like midnight, 1 in the morning. We pull up. We were supposed to get a rental car. The rental car was not taking our card.
Damn.
So we had to find like another way, whatever, another hour, 2 hours there.
Mission is not that mission.
By the time we leave there, it's like 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, and we are driving to her friend's house. No one's there because her friend is already at the wedding destination, which is like an hour away from Montreal. It's like up a hill, like in the
Boondocks.
whatever type
Yeah.
of shit, whatever. But we're staying at
Her
her
house.
friend's crib.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. They're building the crib. It's like a new place. It has like the place below the first floor is being under construction, and like now it's me, my friend, and their son. Son stays in his room. My friend is like, oh, I'll stay in her the groom's son's room. I'm like, all right, you can take the downstairs. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, I don't care. They didn't want to be there, so I stayed on there. Next thing you know, pop, pop, pop. 20 minutes later, it's like, come in. Like, I can't stay there. I'm like, why? Because his room is sticky. Mind you, the kid's like 12 years old. You can imagine what it is
Yeah,
sticky from. Like,
yeah.
can I stay with you? I'm like, yeah, you can stay with me. All right, but I got to go to sleep because I got to drive us. I'm there trying to go to sleep. She's like, I can't sleep. Let's talk. For like 2 hours. She stayed up
Dang.
talking to me.
Now
So
it's
that was
about
like
4 o'clock in the
like
morning.
4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wake up. I'm cooking us breakfast. I'm like, I didn't have.
And you gotta cook breakfast and you gotta drive.
I gotta cook breakfast. I gotta drive.
This man
we're
is
waiting.
good.
We're waiting for my other homegirl. That she went up with us, but she was staying with family. So while we're waiting for her, I'm like, damn, there's no liquor here, as I can see. But we had,
Fireball,
no, what's that liquor? The one that's like milk.
Rochata.
The one that's like milk, Kahlua.
Kahlua. We had like a bunch of little bottles of Kahlua. So I was starting to serve me and her son Kahlua over and over again. Now we're getting drunk, waiting for this girl to show up. By the time she shows up, we're already running late. And like, bro, we gotta go. It's like it's an hour away.
Damn.
So we leave. We start driving. Like, bro, as long as we don't stop, we're gonna make it on time. Halfway there, we're like, we're gonna need some liquor. So we see a liquor store. We stop. We go in there. We spend like a half hour in there. No one talks English in there, and I've been learning French for like a month, trying to go to this shit. And they're like, Julio, ready for shit? I'm like, oui. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, mon ami. I see. I don't know. I'm like, I don't remember shit.
Right.
So like, I was able to buy a bottle. I got us down there. It was like
No Google
It was like some
Translate.
I
maple.
be
It was like some
mad.
maple syrup whiskey. By the time we pull up to that place, we're already running late. The bride is almost getting ready done. We pull up her son into the shit. My friends,
Yeah.
they couldn't even do their makeup. I had to be the one to iron their dresses and like do all this stuff and get everything ready.
Did everybody bent up?
No, because they're running late. They're trying to do their makeup. They're trying to do all this stuff. It's girls.
Yeah,
all
they
this
need.
stuff.
They need
So
yeah.
at the point that I'm finally ready, like I make it up there, and the bride is walking down, and the son just pulls up, and I'm like, oh shit. To this day, she has no idea that
How
he
close that
barely
cut.
made it. He barely made it.
Man.
And like,
Man.
you know,
Go ahead, go ahead.
no, so it's like it's a party in Montreal. You know, it's like sophisticated white people. They come from money, but we have one table full of motherfuckers from Hialeah. And we turned that party out, nigga. We turned that party out. I was there grinding on the groom, grinding on the bride, just wilding out. When the party ended, we all decided to go back to the bride and groom's room. Not like that, like just chilling out with everyone, just like everything like that. We went back to the bride and groom's room, and since he comes from weed and it's legal, I was like, when in Rome, do like Romans. So I decided to smoke. Worst idea of my life, nigga. Worst idea of my life, because I started smoking. I got so high that I got the urge to fucking take a shit. Now, if I was sober, because V can testify to this shit. If I was sober, I would have gone to my room and hidden it away.
Yeah.
But Hi Jay decided to go into the same room where they were at.
Everybody at.
And I took a dump.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up ending the party. Like everyone walked out because they were choking. They were choking on the smell type of shit. Mind you, I don't remember none of this shit. I don't remember none of this shit. We ended up passing out. Whatever. Listen, the next day we had a brunch.
Oh Lord.
And we're like, we gotta go to the brunch. I just brought 2 pairs of shoes to this shit, right? I brought my sneakers that I was wearing the whole time, and I brought my fancy shoes for the wedding. When I was getting dressed, I'm wearing a regular T-shirt.
The guayabita, the shiny ones. The black one, but shiny.
The charol, yeah.
I'm wearing like shorts like this, and I'm wearing like a T-shirt that I had just bought. What I didn't realize the T-shirt I bought was like, it has flamingos, right? And flamingos, cool. What I didn't realize it was like a pair of flamingos. They were doing little hearts. So I'm wearing like hearts all over the thing. I'm like, where are my shoes? They're like, we gotta go. So what I do, I put on my fucking dress shoes. So everyone see me walking out, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And they ended up calling me Fancy Feet. I went to the brunch, stuff like that. I'm like, I can't find my sneakers. It turns out that the night before, when we were smoking in the bride and groom's room, before I went to take a shit, I was like, you know what, let me get comfortable. I took off my shoes, then I walked into the bathroom, and then I did that. So I ended up getting my sneakers after that.
Oh, Lord.
Never found the shoes when they were needed.
Right?
No, it was afterwards. But at least I got it for the safari afterwards. But
the picture was funny, though.
the picture was funny. Like, you know what? I'll post it for the chat.
Yeah.
When we post this up the episode, I'll post it for the chat.
Yeah,
but
you
it was
gotta
like, it was
post
the whole thing. It was the whole thing. That was like,
the Canada trip.
that was Canada. And like, Canada's like, Julio, I don't know if we want you back. I don't know if we want you back.
Right,
I don't know if we
right,
want you back.
Ladies and gentlemen, when y'all see that picture on the gram or wherever, it's a fancy.
You already know. So when
Fancy.
you,
You
when
already
you
know
see
it's
Jay,
fancy.
like, why you looking so fancy down there? Because you already know.
Yo creo que el post también que he took.
Yeah, the pose that he had with the
Everything,
boy.
like,
I was like,
whoa.
hold on, Jay. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Listen, you go out with me, it's going to be a good time.
That's all.
I don't know what's going to happen.
That's all
It'll
that
be a
matters.
good time.
Safe and a good time. That's all that matters.
Yes,
and when
sir.
you say good time, usually it's most of the time 90. It's safe.
Right. Because when I mean safe, like, there's no drama in the sense of, like, I ain't fighting, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just there. I'm making you laugh.
Right.
Maybe at my expense, but I'm making you laugh.
I know. Because you start drinking, you get more loose, meaning that you like to dance.
Interact.
Yeah, he
that's
like
what
to
it's
interact
all about.
and like to dance more. 'Cause he's shy in the regular base, but he start drinking, he start dancing.
That's what it's all about.
That's it.
Shit.
But you already know. Anything
VP and
else,
J
fella?
show.
I don't know.
I mean, we could take a little break, or we could just let it be for what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you
Thank you
for listening, man, for
to
tuning
another
in.
episode.
You
And don't be
already
surprised
know,
if we come back in a few minutes. No.
man. Yeah. So y'all already know, man.
That's how it's gonna feel. We don't know. It might be the next one right now.
Tell a friend and tell a friend
To
tell a
like.
friend.
And subscribe.
All our friends out there, man. Y'all follow them on Instagram, man. All those entrepreneurs that we got.
Yes, sir.
The
yes,
team
sir.
and the team. You already know.
The
Oh.
sponsors.
Oh, the sponsors. My bad, estaba un ching atrás. No, pero que shout out to A&A Mini Market. And
Iconic Souls, man.
Iconic Souls,
JTS,
JTS,
for your installations, for your TVs, your
Yeah,
lighting,
you know
all
what
of
it
that
is.
shit, man. All that good stuff.
It was
Follow them people on Instagram, man. Go check them out.
Yep. And I have one more. It's a new nail place by Little Haiti. Ay, mi madre. I have that number.
And anybody who wants to be part of the movement, let us know. We'll shout you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Finesse Nail in Little Haiti.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
So you already know. But yeah, we gonna give you more info and give you more detail on Instagram about
On
them.
the next time.
But you already know. Thank you again.
Holla. Recojan los micrófonos, muchachos, que nos fuimos ya.